Well, how do you assess today's win?
No, I think it's a great win. I think it was important, off the back of a good performance last week of a win against Sheffield United, that we followed it up with a win today. And I think the performance was quite pleasing as well. I think we went in at half time probably a bit frustrated that because I felt like we controlled, especially the first 35 minutes of the game. I think so a bit disappointed to not go in 1-up, but I think the reaction we showed second half, and I think there's only one team in it really in the second half, and I think if we were maybe a little bit more clinical, we could have maybe won it a few more.
And the balance of play, do you feel as though you deserved it?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think we deserved it. I think we created chances well, we defended well, and I think, chatting to Joe now, I don't know if he had too many saves to make, and I think that's always the start for a good performance.
What's the main thing that you take away from today's win?
I think it's important that we followed up a good win last week with a good win this week, and coming to an away team, like an away ground like this, it's a tough place to come. I don't think many teams have come and won by 2 goals here, and it could have been a few more, so I think that's a real positive for us.
You started the game well and you seem to impose your style of play on Preston.
Yeah, no, exactly that. I think we were talking before the game, as long as we're aggressive and we get after teams, I think our quality wants to win the ball back and hurt teams. And I think, like we said, at half time we're maybe a little bit disappointed to not be 1-0 up at least, but I think second half we showed our clinical edge.
As you mentioned, you scored the opener, you were in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, exactly that. No, we were talking during the week about a few cutbacks that could be on in this game, and I think it was nice from Gailey to cut it back, and just made sure I got a good solid contact on it, and it was class, to be fair. In front of the away fans, the 3,000 that came was fantastic.
It's your first goal for the club. Have you set yourself any targets in terms of goals this season?
Oh, not too much really. I think now hopefully I can kick on and get a few more goals and assists, from an attacking point of view. But I think as long as the team's winning, that's the most important thing.
And Tyree's got the second with his quality. I imagine you see that every day in training.
Yeah, exactly that. He's a big lad, powerful lad, strong, and he's got great technical ability. And I think he showed every bit of that in his goal. His great running behind to get on the ball, and then good composure to bring it down and finish it. And I think, like we said, we look around the dressing room, we've got great quality, and I think as long as we come out and match teams with the nasty side, I think we can really hurt teams.
As you mentioned earlier, you could have scored more on the day, but how important was it to keep a clean sheet?
No, I think obviously, like I said, that's the basis of a really good performance. Keeping a clean sheet gives you the chance to go on and win the game, and I think, credit to the lads at the back and Joe in goal. I think we limited their chances really to not a lot, and I think that's the most important thing.
It must be a pretty rewarding feeling to send those 3,000 plus supporters home happy.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think it is. When we turn up to the game, we see how many fans have backed us and travelled with us. It gives us an extra spurt, to go on, and they're really the 12th man. I think as long as we give them something on the pitch to get behind us, they're not shy to get behind us, and like you could hear them today, they're fantastic.